Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a second game here in this best of 3 grand finals for the PGL Open CIS Qualifiers. My name is Dragondrop, I'm joined by Foxy and Wacky Neff, and it's Empire versus NaVi. Empire actually won game number 1. NaVi, after a game of like 7.5 hours of straight Dota, maybe they're a little bit tired. Who knows, but they're definitely gonna have to pull something else out of their hats this time around than the mid-brood. Or else they won't qualify for another minor. It's as simple as that. The winner of this one will make it to Bucharest. The loser will not. How are you guys doing?
I am doing amazing, my friend. How are you doing, Foxy? That name is sticking now, by the way. I want you to look at your name in Dragondrop's Discord real quick.
5 seconds remaining.
Well,
I'm doing okay.
He slowly accepted his fate. Okay.
I don't accept it.
Should have known better than to try and join a cast with me. This was bound to happen.
Well, at least... so I'm the only one without a crazy nickname now, am I?
Fine. And it'll stick, whether you like it or not. Of course, you do have the option of just banishing me from casting with you, but I'm too endearing at this point.
Yeah,
I mean, he's the Dragon Rage, right?
I can do better than that.
Alright, moving on. Ancient Apparition Venomancer. Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It goes straight back for that. NaVi, also Clockwork Disruptor. They have confidence, or maybe they're just too tired or too lazy to play anything else. I don't know.
Well, these are comfort heroes that they've been playing, and I'll say that they did do pretty well. Roger did struggle in terms of trying to find some playmaking abilities. In general, you know, on the off lane, maybe just a tad out of focus, dying a couple, maybe 2 or 3 times in an off lane. So maybe they might switch it up. This might be a general Clockwork. He has been performing pretty well in that hero so far. Maybe General was just bored of it and he said, Roger, take this hero away from me. Give me something else. But yeah, Team Empire picking the same thing, same cancer. See how NaVi banding out the Drow Ranger and the Ancient Apparition, not Ancient Apparition, the Alchemist. So they might have something similar in mind here. Maybe they'll go back to that Broodmother, but I doubt it. You don't think they'll pick up that Broodmother, right, Dragon?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Maybe something else kind of crazy. There's plenty of strats like that. I mean, not so much the Huskar strats, of course, with the Ancient Apparition already on the field, but maybe you can pull out the IO Tiny or something like that.
Mm-hmm. They do have last pick this time, so if they decide to go for it again, sure. This time they do have it as a surprise pick instead of letting the enemies counter pick it. Not to say that Dendy didn't play that super well, or as well as he could have against an Alchemist, but Empire just played super well last game.
Yeah. Yeah, now NaVi going to be solidifying their team fight even stronger with that Earthshaker. I imagine this will be a general Earthshaker, so taking that into the offlane, securing himself some easy farm with those Fissure blocks.
5 seconds
It also, I guess, increases their kill potential, though, right?
It does, but I just wanted to say real quick, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be a general Earthshaker. You can put the Clockwork in the offlane, you can put the Earthshaker in the offlane. A lot of what teams are doing right now is they're picking things that are very flexible and go in multiple lanes. Like, I think it's a step up from how people used to play Dota in the past, like especially with how many heroes are now viable. I really like how teams are doing drafts now. Like, they're picking strong heroes first, yeah, but these strong heroes are also ones that can be played in a lot of different lanes and whatnot, in a lot of different roles. Like, Venomancer can go off lane, sometimes mid, and like often we see him safe lane though. Clockwork and Earthshake can both go in the offlane, or he played his roaming supports. So, yeah.
A Sven pickup. What do you think about the Sven, Dragon?
Oh, I like it. Nice little hero with some punch. You have that stun potential. You have the crazy amount of damage. It's great setup for the Ancient Apparition in lane 2. So. With that, you pretty much have a 4-second stun between the Stormhammer or whatever it's called, and then the Ancient Apparition Cold Feet proccing. Not to mention the extra damage. So anyone NaVi will send into the offlane. It's not gonna have an easy time. And yeah, again, then later just having that physical damage available. Like heroes like Disruptor, even Clockwork, they don't get a lot of armor necessarily, so they'll just be swatted down in a couple of swipes.
I do imagine that they'll be picking up 4 staffs. And if these 4 staffs do come up reasonably on time for all 3 of these heroes, then they should be okay. But NaVi picking up the Chaos Knight. Normally, Sven is seen as a counter to the Chaos Knight. So, what do you like? What do you think Navi's working with here? Why do you think they pick up the CK, Neff?
I have no idea why they picked up the CK. He's a super strong hero in this patch. They did something like they banned Meepo first phase in the draft. That's something that we completely ignored for some reason. I feel like that's an elephant in the room that we need to confront.
Well, it's a pretty standard ban against Empire just because of Choppy, right?
Is it? I mean, there's tons of ways.
Choppy's the Meepo player.
Yeah, but I feel like Meepo isn't the strongest hero, and it's not necessarily something you ban out in the first phase. So I guess respect ban for Choppy, but I feel like that was something that needed to be said. The fact that Meepo was in fact first banned for NaVi.
Okay.
Whether that be respect or NaVi just kind of messing with them.
Well, there's definitely respect ban just because Chappy is really strong on that Meepo. And they don't want to get cheesed out in the second game, an elimination game. So add on to that. So just like they tried to just surprise them with that last pick Broodmother, they don't want to get, a Meepo that's going to pop out of somewhere when their draft couldn't handle it. So just straight ahead ban out the Meepo. But Team Empire looking for their last pick in the second phase. I guess they have to reveal whether or not the Venom's going offlane or it's going to be support.
Admiral Kunkka.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll pick up the same support combination with the AA Kunkka. So the amount of the sustain with the Kunkka Rum and the amount of damage that they can outpour onto Navi's heroes, we'll see that again in Game 2. NaVi banning out the Potom. Team Empire, let's see what they ban. Who do you think has the advantage so far here, Dragon?
I don't know. Can't tell but liking Empire's lineup.
10 seconds.
Yeah, I'm definitely liking their lineup a lot more.
Maybe I'm biased because we just saw how strong these heroes can be together, like Ancient Evolution, Venomancer, Kunkka. There's so many synergies, and Sven also kind of plays into that to some degree. And well, then again, though, NaVi have some good team fight of their own, right? You have a Clockwork again as an initiator. Might be played by General this time around again, with the Earthshaker probably taking up the 4 position, but they can swap that around if they want to as well. Like, on paper, NaVi don't have the worst heroes. Chaos Knight can be kind of questionable, but at the same time, when it gets to the late game, it really becomes a matter of who initiates first, because Chaos Knight can turn into one of these heroes that just straight up deletes people.
Yeah, now they pick up the Enigma. They lack any kind of disable minus the Clockwork Cook through BKB, which Enigma will eventually pick up. I guess this is now pushes the Venomancer to the mid lane, and it will push Enigma to the off lane here. So Chaos Knight, Crystallized and Chaos Knight is gonna be denied a little bit of farm. Not too happy about that, but I guess the kill potential is still there. They have a lot of ways to control whoever gets sent out to the off lane. Last pick for NaVi. They need Dendi's hero. What can the super meta take here? I imagine they probably pick up something he's comfortable with, like the Lina? Maybe the Invoker? What do you think, Neff?
Could be anything at this point. Navi's constantly surprising us with a lot of their picks, but
Well,
okay.
Yeah, Navi's,
sorry, I was just looking at your message real quick. Yeah. There's going to be a lobby remake, it looks like.
Yeah, get into that in a moment, but
all right, back to focusing on this draft, though. It could be anything. Navi's been surprising us with a lot of their picks. They need something, I guess, that can fight into these enemies early or deal with this Kunkka combination. Like, there's still a lot of things that Empire can play. Okay, Queen of Pain, probably on Dendi.
An old classic.
Yeah, I would figure that they would take up something comfortable for Dendi here. They opted to go with I said Lina, but they opted to go with the Queen of Pain, one of the heroes that he made his claim to fame, and he's pretty well known on this quap.
Mm-hmm. Back when Dendi was playing at internationals and whatnot, his biggest pickup of Ethereal Blade was part of his claim to fame, the E-Blade on Queen of Pain, but now the Scream does, or her Sonic Wave does pure damage, so he's probably got a different way of playing it than he used to. I haven't been watching that many NaVi games in the last year, unfortunately.
One of very few people then. If,
Really?
if the rumors are to be believed, because everyone's flocking out to the NaVi games normally.
So, is there a lobby remake? Because I don't see any of the players disconnecting.
Yeah, that might not have been told just yet.
All right.
But yeah, we'll stick around for a moment just in case. But we should probably be heading to a short break while we're doing that. Been some issues with people that came into the lobby somehow. They got all of the password that we shouldn't have. But
Oh, looks like they're staying in, maybe.
yeah. You know, if the
Interesting
players have not
choice.
been told, then we're gonna stick around as well for the time being. But yeah,
All
Yeah,
right, there it
that
is.
is that is this guy. He came into the lobby.
That-
Right.
Okay.
Alright. I'm gonna put it into a quick break. Back to the main screen while we figure that out. Stay tuned.
Let's go.
this. Who the freak ate my snack pack? No.
Alright guys, we've been debated. I am sorry. But apparently the players didn't want to leave, even though we had a rogue element inside the lobby. The admin said remake, but the players just refused, just to add it to the list of things that go wrong this time around. So I actually also already left the lobby. So we cast from Dota TV now, that's just the way it is. Alright. 2 kills happened already. NaV, DFB, are you with me already?
I am with you.
Right with you.
of the way.
I'm so annoyed right now. Like,
Yeah.
to a point, like, I'm already mad that they like mess things up and play into tournaments at the same time. Want to like bend time and space or something to make that happen. I don't know. And they just refuse to join the remake.
Yeah, well, it was both teams did not want to play, want to remake, and our friend decided that he's promised he was not going to do anything, but that's not the point of it. It's the principle of it.
Yeah, it's the principle of it. That's a guy inside the lobby now that that has live access to the game. For all we know, he could be like feeding information to some shady betting sites or something. Like, I'm so worried about that. Might very well be that he's just a random troll, but I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this just at all. But yeah.
Look at it that way.
Yeah, it was up to the admin's decision.
Yeah,
they were aware that he was in, so we'll just have to just acquiesce to the admin's choice.
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on what's going on, like on whether the admins will make any further decisions on this. But for now, we're casting with Dota TV. So, Warren missed 2 kills, NaVi off to a better start than last time, by the looks of it. Now, a bit of a smoke up, Roger. Tapping around.
Yeah, NaVi was able to get pretty good 2 first bloods right behind the dire tier 1 tower. So, getting a little bit ahead here. Pulling up from some last hits. Dandy doing pretty well against Chappie. Chappie only 7-0 for his last hits. Probably feeling pretty sad against this Dandy Quap. It's 28-11.
I mean, he just has so much more base damage than a man. So, the Queen of Pain, again, one of Dendy's claim of fame heroes, like you said. So, it's no surprise that he's CSing over this Metamancer so much.
Yeah, and he's actually a full 2 levels ahead of him as well.
Levels ahead, and just look at last hits damage differential that they have. In 53 versus 73, it's assault 20 damage. It's very hard to last hit against that as a Venomancer, so not the best lane for him.
Kunkka not one of the best zoning supports, even though it looks like he's trying to give Chappie a hand mid lane. Dendy too strong, you know?
Yep.
Yeah, but also getting 2 kills in the beginning helps out a lot too.
Was that on Dendy? Yeah, sorry.
It was 1 for Dendy, 1 for Roger.
Yeah, who got the first blood? Is that Dendy? I mean, he's participated in both of them, but
I was not entirely sure. I think when I read it before, when it happened live. Top lane though, Vanscore does seem to be in trouble.
Well, I get the stun on General here. Better Soul's still ticking, and that'll get the kill. General dropping low and will die to another swipe from within. Make a bit of a trade out of it at least.
Roger was trying to be the nice guy and give it to his Clockwork, but had to finish it off himself. Meanwhile, Seneko getting run down in the bottom lane.
There it is. Hit by Torrent. Nicely played. Set up by Ghost Stick, and he'll get that kill.
Yeah, looks like he's gonna have a Midas in time this game. The fact that he's gotten a decent amount of CS already, sitting on a Soul Ring. Very easy to farm with his Eidolons. He has both the side lane and the creep camps themselves beside the side lane. Off lane, Nigma, very strong in this patch, but we don't see it that often. What are your thoughts on it, DFB, Foxy Manu?
Well, you know, in the laning phase, it plays kind of that same role as the Earthshaker. You deny farm to the enemy carry. Also, you know, same kind of principle that Lich does as well. And he's just an incredibly fast farmer.
Gonna fend top. General and Roger. Make that happen. The Fissure here to continue to block off another Cogs burn even, but he does get his movement spell off. That War Trial try and help him run away, but of course General Already level 5, has that extra point into the rocket flare. Be able to snipe that kill, so good execution on that one too.
Yep, we're about to see something mid as well.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Chappie, next on the list, just dropped the ult. They also catch Miposhka inside the kinetic field. Neko unable to really follow up. The axe back into the torrent. Cold Feet will not proc, just barely timed out, but still enough, plenty of damage to get the kill. Both ends gonna be pushed. Okay, I spoke too soon. Miposhka actually gets run down by Denny with follow up slow. Gets himself a double kill.
Yep, really impressive play. Yeah. I don't know, I think he's better than that G Arena player. You know, who is that guy even? Denny's a legend, G Arena's nobody.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh god, they're gonna go again. The hookshot this time. General, once again, keeping inside the cogs. Roger making sure that the block stays alive. And this time the Brighter Assault will take him out. Miposhka and Vensko made the rotations, but, well, at least Vensko doesn't have a lot else to throw out. And no Roger. To try and
just scouting out that
kill him even. Another fissure, another enchant totem will get the kill, but decides to not want to die at the tower. Oh, does he? Mind another one with the extra rocket flare.
Yeah, he does have extra. Keep being out of this. Interesting.
He doesn't know whether or not.
Oh my god! Does he do it? He does.
Don't give up.
Oh man. We're off to the races here on this one.
Yeah, Roger, he thought that there might be another torrent coming in. When he saw there wasn't, he was like, alright, maybe I can get out of here.
That NaVi gameplay lightening the mood. See, everyone's happy now. But yeah, we were talking about that in the drafting phase, how they had so much flexibility between Earthshaker and Clockwork that they can decide who's going to be their main offlaner. I guess they chose both of them. Earthshaker and Clockwork are the offlaners this game, and they're slaying. General, or Matryoshka catching out General here, or General catching out Matryoshka. Blah blah blah.
one way around or the other.
There were definitely names there.
People
I can say that. Yeah,
that was happening. Then he was running down Enigma with the double damage runes. So, and then 3 already. Only 9 minutes into the game. If N at the very least has his stack still to look forward to, and he's farming it now. Roger looking to maybe try and sneak some of that, or perhaps set up for another kill. Him and General have been quite successful so far, but you don't want to go on a Godstring Sven if you can help it, especially not if he has support. They're gonna turn things around. Roger, Ghost Stick makes an appearance with that Malefice. Supposed to be a little bit more active here, abandoning his offline, which now has its tower claimed.
No offlane for Enigma anymore. Gonna be forced all the way back if he chooses to come back there. It does give him a little bit more safety if the enemies are forced to push back into the tier 2, doing more damage and being even deeper in enemy territory, because the shrine's still up. So taking the tier 1 at bottom and the tier 1 at top to Radiant don't give a huge amount of strategic value, but I guess just having the extra gold and whatnot from those are nice. A little bit of extra map control, but not too much.
Yeah, give some breathing room to your safe laner when you have that tier 1 tower up there. So let them farm those two, the hard camp and the small camp. Just it's a little bit more ease of mind. I'm sure every carry player likes to have.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
But looking into items here, Ghost Stick's still working on that Midas, so his ramp up to when he's going to be active probably a little bit slow. Sven picking up that Mask of Madness, not close to his Blink Dagger or his SNY or his Armlet, whichever item he likes to choose to go for. Top lane, AA still level 4, no, not even boots. It's a sad advanced score.
Yeah. At least
Can we talk about
now?
Yeah. Can we talk about how well Navi is doing so far in this game? It's 5 minutes or 10 minutes in, they have a 5k net worth advantage already. That's pretty insane.
Especially considering how devastating the last game must have been, but they keep going. General with another hookshot on the money. Just farming this ancient apparition now, ever since the Sven abandoned that lane.
I mean, he wants level 6, but they're just not going to let him have it.
Yeah, General showing much more comfortable in the Clockwork this game than he was in the Beastmaster last game.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Let's look for more. There's a big stack here that Chappie is slowly farming up with the wards.
I mean, Dendy farming when he sees it.
Monster. Neko. Goodness is back in stack from just as it ends. Denny also coming in here trying to get this kill. Still has an ultimate to throw out. Joins the rest of his team here as that was started to drop rather low. No
Dendy
trigger
decides
pull just yet.
he's gonna do it. Here he is stealing most of this stack. Cheeky man.
I wonder if he's gonna use his ultimate for it. No, he won't.
Oh, that is.
Meanwhile, bottom.
Talk about Chaos Knight deleting people. He only has the armlet, so you get caught out alone, and he has plenty of time to jump away at you. It's definitely a possibility, especially if you get that extra illusion from your
Yeah,
ultimate.
interesting choice here. He actually opted to go for more levels into Chaos Strike so you can get more damage. Normally you'll see them just go the 1 point into the Chaos Strike just because of the value. You're already getting the same amount of crit chance, same amount of lifesteal, and you get almost half of the chance for a Chaos Strike with just the 1 point. Opting, it said most players opt for that higher levels of Chaos Bolt. But mid lane, Dendy's going to be getting gone.
Get the real one, X him back into a torrent. Black hole being used just to secure the kill.
Everything for Dendy.
Yeah. I guess I wanted to keep my Poshka alive. I mean, Dendy gets a spell off there and he just straight up dies.
Yeah, and they're utilizing the expect base heal, then back into fight again. They're using this really well in both these games.
Yeah.
So all of this gives them, it saves time. Time equals more kills and just more map control. So
Literally tinker.
all right, literally tinker. Let's talk about
Oh god. Tinker and
Chaos
Tinker on the
Knight.
same team, just imagine that.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about quickly the Chaos Knight's quick buy. Right now he's got Echo Saber queued up. How do you guys feel about that? I talked a little bit about that with the team that I manage, but I want to hear your thoughts on it, Foxy man.
What was your question? Sorry.
Echo Saber on Chaos Knight. She has queued up right now.
Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it, though it is pretty good. It's just Chaos Knight has a lot of struggles in terms of his mana regen, and on top of it, for his talents, he went for the 15 attack speed instead of the 8 intelligence. So he needs a way to have that to be smart. But he's gonna go on Ghost Stick here.
Throws on the stun, only 1 second obviously, and now actually taking quite a bit of damage in return with Malphas having so many issues with Static Storm on top too. Not exactly helping him out there with all of this damage being poured in from Empire. Well played indeed, as Ghost Stick is alive and setting up for 2 nice kills for his team.
Yeah, it was a pretty bold play there. Trying to jump in there when they still had that tier 1 tower mid that they can all TP to. And they were already in the air to begin with, so...
bounty.
ambitious effort.
Also great for FN to get the kills. 4-2 now, he's almost up there now with Dendy in terms of net worth, and that's where Sven wants to be, right? You want to be able to farm these stacks, get a couple thousand gold ahead ideally, and then start leveraging that middle lane though. Well, they're gonna go on Venomancer. Chappie did get his ultimate off, as well as the Gale on Roger, so he has a TP out, but hey, there it is. The Ice Blast, they'll secure his kill. The axe as well to drag him back eventually. Vensko will give him his own life forward too. Not sure if worth it, but they at least got something out of that.
I'd say that worth it for NaVi. Sorry for interrupting you there, buddy.
It's alright. But Earthshaker now picking up his Blink Dagger. His initiation potential is going to be pretty scary. I'm pretty sure we're going to see the buddy cop movie of General and Roger, because these two guys have been playing so well together so far.
Power of friendship.
Power of friendship. It's pretty good. Did an Orchid? Someone have an Orchid?
Yeah,
Yep.
Dendy already having an
Dandy
orchid.
already has it.
Yeah.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Just role-playing
Rolling in
alchemist
that money.
here, just with the big items early on.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Alright. Crystallize might be getting caught out here.
X, ultimate there from FN, Clockwork Hookshot on the back, you're preventing Ghost from coming in. But with the bow, that should still be enough damage to get the CK. So 1-for-1 trade, Denny linking in. Orchid there, glimpse back after the Fisher stun. So FN, well, he'll take that invitation and will continue to fight. Walker comes out now, gets a stun into Dendy, bringing him down. He'll take out all the damage over time eventually, but... well, 2-for-2 trades so far, and looks like that'll be the end of it.
Wealth starting to get spread out a little bit more, given the fact that both the really farmed cores on both teams were killed there. It was Sven at the top of the net worth starting to reach Dendy's net worth there. He managed to fall, and Dendy died there too, giving General quite a bit of gold along with the Disruptor there.
Yeah, FN is... nope, see a pause. FN has been farming up a complete storm. Almost free farm. He's been getting stacks from his team, and has been able to keep up and getting these kills, so well done for FN. Unfortunately, he died there, but he did get focused down. I worry though that how much damage that NaVi can do, because Crystallize has been getting a little bit focused down. Do you think that he needs to be playing more back, or does he still need to be trying to play in that front line? Enough.
Well, Navi is just constantly giving the fight to the enemy team. There's non-stop action this game. I think that's just the playstyle they prefer. All right, we see it and spamming out things again. Awesome. Very cool stuff.
Yeah.
Epic. Love it. Absolutely love it. Players did decide not to leave the lobby though, so
let's try to not get into that, because if I get started on this right now, I'm never gonna stop complaining. So
okay, I'll try and distract you from my wacky humor.
Yeah.
Anyways, Veil up on Chappie, super useful. Again, amplifies the boat, amplifies the torrent, amplifies everything from AA and Venomancer. Solid pickup from him. I don't think we see it on Venomancer a huge amount lately. What do you normally see on Venomancer's Foxy?
The Venomancer, usually they'll pick up something like you said, the Veil. It's a pretty common pickup. It's pretty cheap as well. He didn't get... yeah, you can open a lobby list and mute this guy. The player's not complaining for it. But since he didn't have that great of a time, normally the Venos might get something like a Shadow Blade or Initiation or Blink Dagger. They might go for this Force Staff. I know that when in the beginning of this year, SCCC for newbie was... I want to say that I want to credit him for popularizing this hero for the start of this patch. He was getting items like the Hurricane Pike and Mjolnir build, and just going this super heavy magical right click.
Mm-hmm.
So it varies a lot, but it kind of has standard out to this Veil build, just because it's so powerful. It's all the magic damage and the take damage that he does, as well as them already having good bit of burst of magical damage with the boat and the Ancient Apparition Blast, as well as Sven Stun. A lot of people think that the Sven Stun is just, you just use it for the stun, and you just leave it at level 1, but when you start putting some points into it, it does a good amount of damage. It's 325 a pop, so it's not to be discredited.
Mm-hmm. Blink Dagger already on the Earthshaker, that's another thing that came out of the fight in mid when Dendi went down. Again, being able to get even AoE gold on the kills on that Sven probably provided NaVi with a lot of gold on their supports, so being able to have the Blink Dagger makes the game a lot easier for him. See if they decide to go in on this though. It looks like General setting up for a kill, either that or he just feels like doing the robot dance. They were scouting it out earlier, but they got deep ward and they decided, okay!
Damn, that was even without a ward. How'd they see him?
There was a ward.
There's a ward.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they
Oh yeah,
dewarded,
no, I had
once.
the wrong vision up. This ward is still up. I had the wrong vision up.
Yeah.
Getting a lot of
one
dividends.
ward. Just they had one ward over. I guess you can't see my pings either because of how we're doing this.
No, I can't draw on the map. I can't do anything because.
Oh, sorry for even saying that.
We also might be on a few seconds delays from each other, so
really?
that's also fun. Yep.
We might be. Come on,
depending on your CPU's capabilities and whether or not like your internet lags. It's just a
Top lane,
tad bit.
FN.
But FN top lane.
Drag back here. Static Storm committed as well. And we'll bring him down. Ice Blast coming in, but no one else available to turn things around. Is it gonna be enough damage actually on Disruptor? Don't think so. No, he's playing 12 points.
It's still level 1. Who won't kill him?
Not enough DPS, not bringing him low enough to kill threshold. And level 1, it's fairly weak, but still very scary teamfight ability because it does stop the you from regenerating HP.
Yeah.
But I'd say that's its biggest use at level 1. Alright. NaVi up to 6k gold lead. What do you do to get back in this if you're Empire, Foxy?
Well, I think
It kills in
you
general?
protect your Enigma.
Gotta
Oh,
go,
they're gonna
Dendi.
keep it,
Okay,
yeah.
Never mind.
Don't give up!
Then he just won't have it. That's the power of friendship, again.
Yeah. And actually, Dendi in general have become really good friends outside of Dota.
Have they?
Yeah, if you look at if you see them like in some of the videos that they posted, they're always palling around. I don't know. It looks like really good friendship, but it just could just be advertisement. Who knows?
Jesus, that is ugly to think about. I'm gonna say it's really good friendship, but I don't really look into that like Dota stuff outside of Dota. I just focus on the game, to be honest. I think I'm a little bit weird. Everybody feeds into like fan stuff these days, but kind of don't. And I also hate Reddit, so.
Well, it's important to tell these storylines, and when you're getting to know your players a little bit more personally.
Oh, Roger, look at this. He finds a big Echo Slam on 2 targets. Follow-up control is there from him, and there as well as General. They get 2 kills straight off the bat. It sounds a little bit too late to prevent the ultimate. General also get hit by the Ice Blast, and that together should secure his death even back at base, but still, triple kill there for General.
Don't give up.
He's still alive.
Right,
Ice Blast not even
lives.
lasting long enough. What?
Yep.
Damn.
The very weak level 1 Ice Blast.
Was so convinced that with the with that ultimate from the Venom Monster on top of it would be enough, but hey, guess not.
Maybe with a right click as well, but he didn't manage to get a right click off of him.
Yeah, in the early levels of AA, the way you want to play is just kind of the nuke. The tick or the shatter doesn't really come into play, just because it doesn't do enough, and you're just hoping just to burst someone down with the nuke. But I don't think they jump on FN here.
Well, you don't know NaVi like I do. Maybe you do, I have no idea, but well, there are some reinforcements coming in, so Neko forced the TP out and will be successful at the same time. General and Roger group up together to find Miboshka.
I mean, that's a godlike clockwork right now. He's roll 4. Beyond godlike, sorry. He's having the time of his life this
11, 1, and 2, absolutely.
Little robot man.
Not a
So
robot,
10K.
it's a clockwork in an armor suit. Come on, dude. Get your lore straight.
11k net worth lead now, and look at them. They're all starting to group up really close together. They're terrified of this clockwork. He has everything.
He's just gonna keep running out the Enigma.
Top lane as well.
Oh,
Oh,
top
God!
lane. Oh my god.
That is...
That's what you were talking about, D-drop.
Yeah!
Deletion.
There it is. The rest of Empire trying to fight Ghostly. They can get another black hole off, but doesn't want to risk it here. Crystallize coming in from the side. Meanwhile, the Axe back here. They're splitting their focus too much. And it's easy for Crystallize and Dendy to take advantage of. They get another one. Vensko, next on the list for Dendy. Meanwhile, Bushka. I'll just clap him down eventually. Roger TPing across. Fissure. I'll scout him out and lock him in. Hookshot in the back. Yeah, they'll turn this into a full 5-man wipe.
No.
Eventually. Come
No,
on.
Miboshka's
Eventually.
He's alive.
Surely they have to see him.
No.
No?
He's got this one.
Like,
It's all
to
gonna
just
be
let him
okay.
live. Okay. Why
It's
not?
gonna be okay, Miboshka. It's gonna be okay, Miboshka.
It's like the one guy that you just chop a hand off and then send him back to his people
Wait,
to
is he
just...
stuck in the trees?
No,
No.
he's just
Is
hiding.
he? No, he's not stuck. He can get out of there. Come on. Get out of there, man.
It's like the one guy that you send back to his people to warn
Oh, he's not stuck.
and
Okay.
to tell the tale of how everyone else died.
Yeah, I was just wondering how he wasn't seen because the creep just passed right by him. I thought there was a tiny sliver of vision that could come in there, but
Well, as he
yes,
knows
that tiny sliver's on the other side of those trees.
he knows his tree game really well. It's important to be a skilled Dota player. Juking and jiving. Dipping and weaving.
Dodging and ducking. We
This
all
guy
know.
gets it.
If you can dodge a CK, you can just not die.
Well,
Alright. NaVi taking Roshan.
this is just feels like a completely different team than last game. Empire, that is. They haven't gotten anything together really this game, have they?
No, and Northworth lead just keeps getting bigger. It feels like the shoe's on the other foot right now as far as like what Empire did to them in the late game last time.
Alright. Aegis in
General.
hand, uncrystallized, it'll give him some extra boost. Empire,
Getting out of control.
yeah, what did it do there? They didn't have a blink dagger Enigma. He opted for the BKB first. I guess a necessity here, just not be cancelled by a glimpse or fissure or something. Still means that he can't really get close to get the really good black holes for high ground defenses.
Yeah, I definitely think like the amount of gold that he has right now is limited. I mean, things started off really good for him. It looked like it looked like he was getting a really quick Midas, but at this point, NaVi are ready to push high ground. So it's better to have the BKB than it is to have the black hole, because in this case, they don't really have anything to interrupt the black hole other than the clockwork hookshot. Hopefully, he will position himself in such a way where he doesn't allow that to happen. But NaVi are forced to stand in a certain spot if they want to be hitting the tower. So Blink Dagger isn't a massive necessity, but that is the next priority right after BKB.
Yeah, it's just going to depend whether or not how quickly they can force this out. BKB down the Enigma. BKB will be coming up also for FN. Once that BKB comes out, do you think... Oh, we're going to see an Echo Slam top.
That's one way to take care of the black hole.
No buyback, so this might be a free rack for them.
Crystallize.
There's no glyph either.
I mean, there's quite a bit of AoE
shot.
but
Oh, what's that on here in the middle lane at the same
you're
time?
a monster
Defend.
general.
There's a lot of trouble down to half up just of that initiation. The rest of the team here, well, they act back one into the boat, but that's about it. The rest of Empire will fall or be forced to walk away as Tier 3 tower top will be the big target. Cappy did get his ultimate off, but it's already timed out. Not really, not really putting NaVi to pause. Just keep killing. There's nothing more to it.
Coming after him.
Yeah, this is GG right here. 25 minutes. I'm calling it now.
Might just be them. I think they might just try to hold on here. They do have the black hole up, but he's going to cancel that.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
They have black hole, but Chaos Knight still has the Aegis. Kill him once, you need to kill him again. He might even go back in.
Get Dandy at the release with the black hole committed. And that'll be that. They're not calling it just yet. They still want to try and claw their way back in. They only lost one racks. That's a bright side. But if they want to play their way back into this game, they're going to have a long road ahead of them. Maybe these BKBs will start to help.
Fortunately, they did get a little bit of gold from Dandy, well, along with a lot of experience, but...
1,000 gold for Van Score.
Yeah, like 2k overall after that AoE gold as well. I mean, even this clockwork is worth so much gold if they manage to kill him.
Oh yeah.
So there's that. Just trying to look at the positives for Team Empire. But 20k gold is for not. Ah, fuck. Oh, sorry.
Wow. Wow, dude. Yeah,
20k now with advantage for NaVi.
Oh, they catch ghosting again, don't they? Look at this damage from Roger. Just a single enchant totem, taking down almost half his Ghost's life, but now the turnaround play is there. Ancient Apparition dies. He crystallized though as he comes in from the side, and the rest of Empire again on the run. Try to maybe make something happen there. But again, it's very hard. This game is not unthrowable by any means, but
no, it's not. They have Empire still has a lot of ways they can fight this out. The black thread of the black hole. Sven will only continue to get bigger and bigger, and his damage output is absolutely insane.
Yep.
He does need to be careful though when he does pop his Mask of Madness, and he's stunned by ending the number of the stuns that NaVi has. Because if Chaos Knight comes at him, that's a lot of minus armor they get applied to him between the Rarity Rift and the -6 armor that he gets from his Mask of Madness. But NaVi stepping up into this high ground here.
Cleared that out very well though. Chaos Knight ultimate is now down.
Midnight Pulse actually doing quite a bit of work.
Midnight Pulse's percentage damage per second
Puck
based on your max HP.
Fuck champ.
Yeah, it's basically like another fortification when you throw it out like that. You can't stand that.
An AoE Sunray.
They also, looks like they've noticed the BKB on this Sven, so it makes fighting into him a lot harder, unless they manage to chain up their stuns perfectly. But they forced it out before the fight, so...
That is so big actually. Now that's in cooldown for a long time.
I think what's going to be something we haven't touched on yet are the halberds, both on Crystallize and General. So I think General's initiation is going to be very crucial here. Either A, catching out the Enigma, stopping the black hole, or B, catching out the Sven and either isolating him like he did in the last fight in the mid lane, or when they were pushing the top racks, he isolated the Sven so he wouldn't be able to get in. But when they're all grouping up together, just isolating the Sven out and getting that halberd onto him before his BKB comes up.
Like they're deciding to play slow Dota just like Empire did last time, playing everything as safe as possible, taking out the shrines, lowering map control of Team Empire, just getting higher net worth rate. They might manage to get this godlike or beyond godlike spree on the clockwork though, and they do.
Yeah.
Hoping everything
900 gold from Ibushka.
Give these streaks to
down.
the supports. I guess you don't really have the time to pick and choose. You don't want to risk it, but what's he gonna do with this money now? He's 2.2k.
I would imagine he picks up a blink dagger, but
Vegas?
he's getting scouted out by Roger.
Oh, I'd lose some of that money straight off the bat immediately.
Only 200.
Alright. Just realized that I said the same thing twice in different words. It is late, guys. It is late. It's almost midnight here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, that was a one shot, straight proper one shot. Catch a black hole, but now look at this ghosting. He's dropping so low. The ultimate will finish him off. Danny blinking across, looking to finish off Chappie. FN, the only one surviving of that ordeal so far, and yeah, they get the close fucking Chappie. So he's as dead as they come.
Oh
Mass
my
Buybacks
God.
comes out. This is shit. What the hell was that?
Dire's middle tower is under
Don't you have your chat wheels bound? Or still? You throw it's a disaster. No!
Something like that.
It's overall.
Don't have it to the disaster queued up now. Like after all the ambient sounds.
Beard sound. That's one thing to call it.
No wait, this.
Roger doing his best mouse sports impression. Maybe getting
So
by
it
in
was.
there.
Roger was just walking in. Drops the Echo Slam, drops the Extra Control, the hook shot to follow. FN cannot even get his BKB off. Even if it wasn't on cooldown.
are under attack.
And just bring him down one more time. Incidentally, he's the one who still has buyback left. And down bottom, actually getting Danny, gacks him back inside that Midnight Pulse.
Yeah.
And
Well
okay,
done.
1-for-1 trade as a result. Danny also doesn't buyback. Miposhka though might be next one on the list. But hey, Roger got you baited the rocket. It's enough to snipe him down. They'll trade this one away too. So far so good actually for Empire to lose the 2-3 bottom. Overall, but trading 1-for-1 hero kills when you're 24k behind, that is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
It still doesn't mean that they'll win though. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, it just has to be that they have to keep another thing in their minds here is that their bottom racks is now exposed. The top racks was fully taken, so they're gonna have a full complement of super creeps from the top lane coming into their base. So I would imagine that it's not gonna be too long until one or two of their heroes are gonna be picking up some boots of travel when they do feel more confident in their ability to push out. But it's gonna be something in the back of their minds that they're gonna have to purchase.
Roshan's also gonna be back up in a couple of moments. So.
Yeah, 15 seconds.
And Chaos Knight will finish up a heart in the meantime as well.
Yeah, this is the item on Chaos Knight.
How do you take that monster down?
Refresh our
Well,
Midnight Pulse.
it has to be a BKB Sven, right? That's the only thing that can fight him. BKB Sven with the black hole will finish this guy off. An AA blast on top of it would be nice, so he just won't regen off his heart, but outside of that, it has to be those two heroes.
Yep.
Actually, no. It's probably imperative that the AA gets his blast off on him, just because Chaos Knight does have natural regen with his lifesteal, and it is a lot of lifesteal.
Oh yeah.
So
75%
blast
on
probably
these
needs
big
to
crits that
come
he's
out.
doing. Yeah, it's that alone might sustain him for a long time.
75% lifesteal. That is an insane amount.
Thing is, he's also gonna have an Aegis in hand. So it's gonna get nigh on impossible to actually pull off. The line is being
the line
drawn
is
towards the
drawn.
top. I'm just gonna try and smoke themselves in, find initiation. Kill off Team Empire one last time. None of them have buyback. Do have some sentries in the works, but so far the smoke also still protecting them.
Blast on cooldown too during the dismiss. Roshan. If
There
they give
we
NaVi
go.
a chance
They
right now.
finish up the Ancient Apparition first. A stun dodged by the Yule Scepter. FN still following up. We'll get the Earthshaker. Mimo forward though. Chappie just gets the lead. A good Ghost Scepter though. There it is. FN. You gotta start to cleave, but the black hole not strong enough, not long enough. Hook shot in from Journal. They're keeping Empire in their own little arena of death. GG is called, and we're gonna go to game number 3. Alright. Well, we have a lobby up, I think, if it's the same one that we're gonna use. So.
hopefully the password has been changed.
Yeah, it has been now. Posted it in the other chat, but yeah, it's for now though, this game, like what happened there? Was this just snowballing off the early game? It looked like it. I mean, in general, 52-9, good indication of what happened there.
Yeah, I'm not really sure. I missed the start of that early game just because of everything that happened. I don't want to get you started on it though, because I know you're frustrated enough to begin with. But NaVi got to play in the style that they love, the style that they're known for, and they just kept running over Empire, and Empire didn't have enough answers to deal with their early aggression. General had an amazing game on Clockwork, and I think that was like key to this victory, though.
Yeah, he's been playing Clockwork all day, and just giving him the hero that he just has this complete understanding and control of, just allowed him to just run over Team Empire and just basically set up almost all the kills for NaVi, from the early game to the mid game. So I'd probably give the MVP to General.
All right, gonna take a short break, and well, it is the finals of a qualifiers. It wouldn't be right if it was another 2-0. We'll come back with a deciding match in just a couple of moments, so don't go too far away.